When we start learning shading, most of us simply focus on filling the area with pencil without thinking about the shape or form of the object. So in this video, let us understand how to choose the right shading direction. Let's start with a simple square. When you are shading a square, you have two directions working for you, horizontal and vertical. So instead of randomly moving your pencil in different directions, especially diagonally, you can either go horizontally or vertically. So the first layer I opted for was in the vertically direction. Now notice that I'm going from top to bottom. I'm neither starting from the middle nor I'm randomly picking my shading. And once you complete one full layer in one direction, you can change the direction for the second layer. For example, if I've completed one full layer horizontally, I can add my next layer vertically. If I want to add another layer after that, I can again go horizontally. So the important thing is that you complete one full layer in one direction before changing it. And why we are changing the direction? Because the paper has a little bit of texture. So if we change the direction, the pencil graphite is entering into each and every little space of that paper, giving you a very smooth shading. Another misconception beginners have is that adding adding the shade once is enough, but that's not always the case. Depending on the kind of output and depth you are looking for, you may need to add 2, 3, or even sometimes 4 or 5 layers. A common mistake is shading a circle only horizontally or vertically. When you do that, the shape can start looking flat because your strokes are not supporting its natural roundness. So for a circle, try using a circular motion so that your strokes follow the shapes of the form. And when you add more layers, continue following that curved direction. Observe one thing clearly, that while making this circular motion, I am not drawing circles and filling the space. I am moving my pencil in circular direction. Have a closer look. See how my pencil is moving in a circular motion. Now I'm not creating circle, I'm just going round and round and round very closely. So that will give me roundness also, and it will keep the form of the circular shape intact. Now while you're watching this, you may notice that some areas are going a little darker and some a little lighter. That's because right now I'm not focusing on achieving a perfectly uniform shade. This demonstration is only about understanding the direction in which we need to put down our layers. Now let's take a horizontal rectangle. Since the shape is spreading from one side to the other, horizontal strokes naturally support its flow. This can be useful when you're working on surfaces like a sky, water, or backgrounds that are spreading horizontally. Similarly, when you're working with a vertical form, vertical strokes support its height. This can be useful for things like tree trunks, building towers, or any form that is visually running upward and downward. So as a basic rule, remember, for a wide or horizontally flowing surface, your stroke can move horizontally. For a tall form, they can move vertically. And for a round or curved form, let your strokes follow that curve. This doesn't mean that there's only one direction you can ever use, but while learning the fundamentals, don't let your shading direction be random. Before putting down your layers, simply look at the form and think about the direction in which it's moving. Now keep practicing this, because the more you practice, better control you will develop over your pencil, and gradually you will learn how much pressure you need to apply and how to control it better. Here I have not explained how to flatten the value, because that is something altogether which needs a lot of understanding. Try not to press too hard while shading. Use a light and controlled pressure, especially when you are building your layers. And while putting down a single layer, try to maintain a uniform pressure throughout. Don't go too light in one area and too heavy in another. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Keep practicing and keep watching this space for more useful inputs and tips on improving and shading. I'll see you in the next one.